What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to the number one spot for MMA chaos, where we chew up the headlines and spit out pure, unadulterated truth. Forget your coffee, because for the next 10 minutes, I'm your shot of adrenaline straight to the heart. If you thought the action was only in the cage, you are sorely mistaken, because we've got hotel brawls, political schemes, and a prediction that just might break the internet. Buckle up, let's go. The Hotel Throwdown. All right, let's kick this off with the drama you didn't know you needed. Picture this: a hotel hallway, two egos bigger than the building itself, and zero security to keep the peace. I'm talking about former UFC champ Luke Rockhold and the internet's favorite troll, Dillon Danis. These two finally let their verbal sparring turn physical in a backstage brawl that has everyone talking. Photos are flying around showing Danis grabbing Rockhold by the throat, and another showing Rockhold with a nasty cut on his back. Danis, of course, is online claiming he knocked Rockhold out cold, while Luke is firing back. Ask Dillon how his face feels? Let's be real. This is the kind of beautiful, messy chaos that makes the fight world go round. Who needs a sanctioned bout when you've got 5-star fisticuffs? Whittaker's wild prediction. Okay, deep breaths, everyone. The super fight is set. Della Maddalena versus the pound-for-pound king, Islam Makhachev, at UFC 322. Every analyst, every fan, every bookie has Islam as the heavy favorite. Everyone, that is, except for the Reaper himself, Robert Whittaker. Bobby Knuckles went on his podcast and dropped an absolute nuke. He's picking his fellow Aussie, Della Maddalena, to win. He says Jack has the X factor, the grit, and the striking to get it done. He even went as far as to say Jack has nothing to lose, while Islam has everything to lose. Is this patriotic bias, or is Whittaker seeing a crack in the armor that no one else can? The MMA world is officially on notice. Merab wants all the smoke. Merab Dvalishvili, the machine, is gearing up to defend his title against the always dangerous Cory Sandhagen at UFC 320. A tough fight, right? A legacy-defining fight? For most champs, yes, but for Merab, it's just an appetizer. This man is already telling the UFC he wants a quick turnaround to fight again in November or December. And he's not just talking, he has a name. Petr Yan. Merab says Yan is the clear contender and he doesn't want to make him wait. The confidence is just off the charts. While other champs fight once a year, Merab is trying to clean out the entire division in a single calendar. You have to respect the hustle. From a champ who wants to fight in the octagon to a fighter who wants to turn the White House into his personal arena, you can't make this stuff up. Colby's White House fever dream. Just when you think you've heard it all, Colby Chaos Covington logs on. With news swirling about a potential UFC event on the White House lawn, Colby has thrown his MAGA hat into the ring. But here's the kicker. Covington claims that former President Donald Trump himself personally asked Dana White to let him fight on the card. He's begging Dana, pleading his case, and has already called out his dream opponent for the occasion, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, a USA versus UK showdown on the president's lawn. This is either the greatest or the most ridiculous idea in UFC history, and honestly, I'm here for it either way. Transition. And while Colby is trying to bring fighting to the world of politics, Hollywood is bringing the world of fighting to the big screen in a huge way. The Rock's smashing transformation. Let's wrap with this. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is no stranger to the spotlight, but the buzz coming out of the Venice Film Festival for his new movie, The Smashing Machine, is on another level. Johnson plays MMA pioneer and UFC legend Mark Kerr, and the first reviews are calling it the performance of his career. Critics are saying he's extraordinary, a revelation, and that this raw, vulnerable performance is bound to get him Oscar nominations. It's a dark, gritty story about addiction and the pressures of being a champion. This isn't just a movie for fight fans. This is a film that's about to show the entire world the heart and the struggle behind the glory of MMA. And that's a wrap. From hotel haymakers to presidential power plays, the world of MMA never, ever sleeps. What's the story that blew your mind the most? Is Whittaker a genius or a madman? Will we see Colby Covington fight at the White House? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the ride, do me a favor. Demolish that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you're always locked in for the latest heat. And we'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.